Hi, my name is Liz Poole. I am the Marketing and Public Relations Coordinator at the Savannah Economic Development Authority, and I'm here today with Cecilia Arango of Thomas and Hutton. Hi.
Hello.
And I'll go ahead and just kind of give the floor to you, Cecilia. Tell us a little bit about your role with Thomas and Hutton and a little bit more about your company in general. I know most of us are familiar with y'all, but just in case there's some who aren't.
Sure. I am Cecilia Arango. I am the marketing manager over at Thomas and Hutton. I have been there. This will be my 19th year with the company. We're headquartered here in Savannah, Georgia, and we are a privately owned corporation, professional consulting, engineering, surveying, and landscape architecture.
Cool. And I've heard lots of great things about what y'all are doing right now in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I kind of just wanted to hear more about exactly what you are doing kind of internally, externally to keep going throughout all of this.
Sure. First off, kudos to our IT department. They literally worked night and day to make sure we had the bandwidth to support all of our employees to be able to have the opportunity to work from home. So we are working from home and we are operating on 2 different teams. We have our emergency resource coordinators for each office to make sure that protocols are being followed, and so it's a seamless process right now, and that's been great considering there was like no playbook to go from, and so we've been handling it pretty well, and it's been exciting. One of the silver linings, I guess you can say, from working from home and with this COVID-19 crisis is that even though we're not seeing each other face to face and losing that, human interaction, being able to work from home and having the resources at our hands with our internal SharePoint system and Zoom, Microsoft Teams, all these different software and programs, I feel that our communication is even stronger than it was when we were in the office, because I feel like now the big thing is communication is key with not just only our clients, but internally. And so we are speaking to each other more virtually and reaching out through the different programs and software that we have. But it's been great, and just trying to find ways to socially engage with our staff has been we were thrown into the midst of all of this. And so just trying to come up with things to keep that connection amongst us all has been challenging, but fun at the same time.
Yeah. I was going to say, I agree with the kind of communicating more. It does kind of seem like we're just checking on each other more, talking more, even if we're not in the same department, or, even if we are just talking a lot more to make sure that those lines are clear and that everyone kind of is on the same page, which I've really appreciated as well.
Right.
And I've heard about, I can't recall exactly off the top of my mind, but about some things that y'all have done, like fun internal employee things that y'all have done to kind of keep morale high through this time.
Sure. Monday mornings. So I've been sending out a Monday morning email and basically using our SharePoint system. It's our intranet system internally as just a fun way to socially engage with people. I had mentioned this earlier at our Rotary meeting when we had a discussion about, social engagement with our staff. But things that before we found silly that we probably would not do now is more important than ever, because we need a little bit of levity during all of this crazy unknown. Anxiety is running high, of just the unknown. And so being able to share little snippets of things, personal things, has been fun. So for instance, we have reached out and asked people to submit their senior year photos. If they have kids if they have children who are seniors, we've been posting their stories up. We've asked for other fun things like, what's your work from home views? So they've ranged from fun views of like loads of laundry piling up on the bed to like beautiful backyard lake views. It's just been fun to be able for people to see, you know, that we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And also it's bridging, you know, it's also bridging all of the company, all of the offices together. You know, we're located in 9 regions from Tennessee, the Carolinas to Georgia, and being able to see how everybody's going through all of this has been fun. Other things that we've been doing, we've implemented our Thursday happy hour social. So that's been fun. We do that on Thursday afternoons at 5:30. And so we have a host in each of our different offices. They put together their happy hour. So each office is run completely different in terms of the happy hour. So in terms of games that we've been playing. So in Savannah, we had the most fun probably playing the game of 2 truths and a lie. And that was so much fun. We learned all kinds of interesting facts about our employees. So that's been fun. So we have one again today at 5:30, and we are going to play a game of virtual charades. So
Oh, that is so fun. I love that idea. I'm loving that even with like birthdays, people doing virtual happy hours, and it's such a fun idea just to kind of still have like a social gathering and see everybody, meet new people and that type of
right.
thing. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. And I remember you said in the beginning that your IT had done a really great job. Y'all have over 300 employees at all of your different locations. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah. And so do y'all interact cross office more so during this, or do you kind of stick within your offices?
Well, we do, I mean, our whole like motto is one company in the company. And so we're constant, like work wise, it's throughout all the offices. We all like, there's a reach across all different offices. And now more so than ever, Mondays especially, we've got like department head meetings and things like that where we discuss like what needs to be done, how we can help, how we can share resources, what are ways that we can help each other in terms of that social engagement with each office. Because even though we all have that same reach, we still want that personal connection within each office. So we're missing that whole like, you know, grab a cup of coffee and, you know, talk about what we watched the night before on TV while we're grabbing a cup of coffee, things like that. We're missing the inside jokes that people would laugh about. So these virtual meetings and these virtual get-togethers are really important just so people can have that same, you know, level of community, even though we may not be in the offices together. But yeah, it's fun. The different host of each like happy hour, we all kind of get together to throw ideas to one another. And that was one of those things where we just threw out a blanket email out to the entire company and just said, who's willing to step up and host a social hour for each office, and you know, let's share ideas and let's see what we can do to keep everyone engaged. And so that's been really nice to see.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like with that many employees, y'all are doing an incredible job of kind of keeping everyone connected, keeping everyone, you know, like I said, the morale really high, and just making sure that you're just finding new ways to adapt.
Sure.
So that's
And
awesome.
yeah, and our SharePoint intranet is just amazing. I mean, we used that before, you know, it was like, you know, focused on projects and focused on awards and things like that, just to kind of get that communication across. And now we're using the platform in a more lighthearted way, you know, giving shout outs to people. You know, we've asked people to submit their baby photos so we can play the game of like Guess Who, and that's amongst all offices. So we just need a little bit of levity through it all, and SharePoint has helped us with that.
That's so cool. I love that. Well, what about anything else that y'all have in the works right now to help out during this time, or to kind of just adapt, or any other updates from y'all? Just ways that you are just changing and moving and offering your help and resources during COVID-19?
Sure. One of the big things that we pride ourselves on is being able to like give back to the community, and we're still doing that through our on Fridays we have jeans days. It's our casual Fridays, and you can dress casual to work and also support a good cause. And usually it's $5, a $5 donation if you come in dressing casually to whatever nonprofit that we've suggested for the week. So even though we're still out, we're doing virtual jeans days, and we're supporting people who are affected by COVID-19. Last week, we helped out our Charleston hospitality industry, and our regional director in our Charleston office, his name is Steve Dudash. He runs a matching funds program called Donate to It. And so basically, they match up to $500 of what we can round up through our jeans days. So we did that last Friday. This Friday, we're focusing on Savannah, and we are pooling our money together for Meals for Medical.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, one of our employees sent us a email about this program. It's actually being run by a woman here, a local woman here in Savannah, who she started all of this, and I can't remember her name, but just with one simple Venmo account, and people have been donating, and she's going out and buying lunches and things like and dinners for our hospital workers. And so that is what we're focusing on this Friday, and Donate to It will match that fund so that we can double the amount to help out getting meals for our healthcare folks.
Yeah,
And
that is.
Sorry. And then we got another request from a client that mentioned one of their workers had been affected by the tornadoes that happened earlier this week.
Oh, yeah.
And this particular person lost their entire house. And so next Friday, that's what we're going to be doing. So we're still doing good, even though we're not in the office, but we're still finding ways to be able to give back.
Right. And yeah. I was going to say with the Meals for Medical, I love the idea of not just supporting our medical teams locally, but also supporting our restaurants locally.
Right.
I love that.
I have my shirt on. I have my shirt on.
Oh, do you? I should have worn mine. I should have worn mine if I'd known that you were going to have yours on. Yeah, I love the thought of not only giving back to them, but to using, our local restaurants and caterers and whatnot to do that. I think is so cool.
Right.
But anyway,
they need your help.
yeah, absolutely. If people have though any questions for you or for Thomas and Hutton about just keeping up company culture or morale, or even just any questions from this quick interview, how could they get in touch?
You can reach me by email. It's arango.c@tandh.com. You can reach me by email, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. One of the things that we're actually doing today is we've asked Suzanne Kirk to come in to talk to our staff virtually on tips of working from home. So I think it's important, and I love the fact that Thomas and Hutton is taking initiative in making this a priority for our employees, and just helping us thrive through all of this. And that's important, and that's one of the reasons why I love working here, and one of the reasons why we're constantly being named one of the best employers. So it's the commitment and the desire to see our employees thrive. And I love that we're using local resources to be able to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Cecilia. It definitely, I'm inspired by the way that your company is doing everything and keeping everyone connected and adapting during this time. But thank you for agreeing to do this and for your time this afternoon.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.